Yo guys, Beast back with some more beastly content. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a video over this weapon right here. Now it's our melee weapon here, the Fabled Masamue, and I'm going to be telling you why you absolutely need to go purchase this thing from the Wish Machine shop as soon as you can. So we're going to head on over to our Wish Machine here. Just a little texture bug I had there. I wanted to show it to you. I play on GeForce now, by the way. Fabled Masamue. So when weapon durability is about 50%, every 1% crit damage plus 3% up to 120%. When so you get it. That's just for the weapon. When dealing a quick attack after drawing weapon, though, attack plus 30% and guaranteed critical hit effective against metahumans can be triggered once every 15 seconds. So you can trigger this and then switch to your other weapon and get a guaranteed critical hit and attack plus 30 every 15 seconds. This will allow you to kill a lot more enemies. This is a great item to pick up. This is a great melee weapon slot here. 8k starchrom, and you're going to be getting an attack plus 30 buff just for doing a quick attack with this sword. And we are going to be taking a look at it here today on the test dummy here, and then we're actually going to go do some theta runs, and we're actually going to use it to make the anti-SMG do a lot of damage and nuke the phases, and that's how we handled them. For the phases, the only thing I've ever been able to figure out on how to handle the phases when it comes to the ones in theta is just to nuke them. That's the only answer, and you just gotta get a lot of damage out, and with this sword it will help you out a lot because you will be getting that 30% attack boost just for doing a quick attack with this thing. So here we are in the test dummy range. I just kind of wanted to show you how my crit status build is doing. So it's like a mix of crit and status boost mods. You get what it is. I still have deviation, expert, things like that. But as you can see, your first fire, 26k. Second shot, we got the 37k there. We did get lucky with the thunderclap there, but I digress. It was still 37k. And here's where I was confused, is the test dummies were like, I couldn't get above 37k. I did not get even close to 37k in this. Now, just before I started recording, when I used that, I got up to 50k DPS. Now, I'm thinking crits are still like a percentage chance. So, like, builds can be fluctuant when you're doing a crit status build. Sometimes you could be getting up to 50. You could probably be getting 70k DPS sometimes and not even knowing it, depending on the crit rate of the enemy you're fighting itself. Because I'm pretty sure every single boss is going to have a different percentage at base that it is going to allow crits. So then the percentage of crit you have versus that boss will tell what percentage chance it's going to be a crit. So you could have a 100% chance of getting crits on a boss and be doing a ton of damage, guys. Now the other thing is, this is doing average damage from like way earlier. So that's why it's only at 18k there, is because we did stop shooting at it here and then we shot that one. So probably still about 30k damage there. And then I usually activate my deviant, but I don't really think it's helping me with actually showcasing damage here. Now, I think this is also before we put our crit mod back on, and I think that's probably what messed it up actually, is that I put this other status mod on, but crit just for some reason works so much better. See, status enhancement, status damage plus 20. Not worth it. I put my crit mod that boosts crit rate and crit damage. Way better outcome. I don't know if it's because the crits just do so much damage or what. And I've literally seen a crit do like 9k damage from a single bullet before against an anti-phase, and we will be seeing that soon when we actually get into the battle here. We are just running through the mods here so you can see what mods I'm using and how I run my status crit build. Not recommending this build or anything like that. People just want to argue like, oh, you need to build in the pure status. Well, crit works better. Sorry. So as you can see here, it's not a terrible melee weapon. Do keep in mind this is only calibration plus 6, but I wanted to test out the melee weapon capabilities and kind of show it to you. I wouldn't recommend it for theta, guys, especially with the explode, guys. Don't be running in there with a melee. You're going to get absolutely exploded. We kind of got swarmed here, so I didn't have a chance to actually do any sort of quick attack here. But we were able to kill this, and it does kind of just stand to the, power of my build. Look at that. That's a lot of zombies dead there really, really quickly. And we are going to be showing some more things. Like, once again, I usually don't see people showing, like, the phases itself when they're doing, like, damage showcases and things like that. And since this is mainly just a weapon that you're literally only going to have to be using as a damage boosting item that you just do a swipe with and then put away, which is going to keep the durability up. But once again, I'm pretty sure that crit boost is only for the weapon. And I've tried it with the crit boosting mod, and it doesn't really seem to do very much. I don't know. We'll play with it a little bit more when we have it at calibration 10, see if we can do anything with the melee capabilities of it. But I really don't want to be taking its durability down aside from just doing a quick swipe and then switching to my gun for the 30% attack buff. I think that's the main key takeaway from this. Here on the first attempt of this, we did get swarmed. That Gnawer just jumped right on our face and grabbed us, and then boom, we had 2 phases to deal with. I usually try and skip those, but every single time I try and skip those, I just end up not running fast enough or something like that, or I don't kill the nest eggs fast enough, I don't get in the right spot, and the Gnawer grabs me, and it's just like, well, you know what, we're just gonna kill every single enemy, including the phases, and I figured, you know, phases is a little more difficult. Maybe it's really where this weapon will shine is nuking phases, because you can literally get that 30% attack buff you can be using on those phases, because you can hit your third key, do the swipe, drop to your other weapon, instantly start firing. You're going to be getting that 30% attack buff. I'm not sure on the lasting of it, and it is kind of like a guaranteed crit thing too. So I'm not sure on the lasting of it, if it lasts every 15 seconds and then you have to re-up every 15 seconds, or if it's just like a really quick burst. I'm really not sure on that. We really should look at our icons and see how many seconds it lasts. That's my one question, because I don't think it actually specifically stated. But as you can see here, we are doing so much damage with this build, guys. This is an absolute blast for PvE. This is definitely one of my favorite PvE builds. This will handle everything. You can do pro mode with this, solo even. No problem. Now, you do have to use skill on pro mode. That's just the thing about pro mode. It's called pro mode for a reason. And I think they've also really upped the enemies like AI and stuff since the last season already. And it's something that people complained about. It was like, the AI is so terrible in this game. These enemies are so easy. It's like, I would take some of the old easy enemies. Like, they could leave hard and pro mode hard, but I don't know. And really, normal mode sucks because you can't do it at max level. I'd like something to do at max level that wasn't as hard as pro mode. Sometimes just because, I don't know. We'll be trying pro mode again soon. We'll see if maybe now that we can nuke the phases, it'll be a little easier. Because that's the only reason why I don't do the pro mode of Theta, is because these phases make me so angry getting chased around by them every single time. Now, as you can see here, we didn't get a nuke off here. We actually weren't even trying to fight this guy. We were trying to avoid him and just destroy the nest eggs, which once again, on hard and pro mode does not work out. You can just don't try and avoid this guy. If you have the phase gun, use it. It will make it so much better. You can still farm Theta right now in Season 2 without having a phase gun. But if you don't have a phase gun, and you're not getting, and also these things give good rewards too. So there's extra rewards to get just for killing these things, and there's literally 2 of them on this stage. So this stage is also a great stage to be farming, even in this killing the phases, because it's a great phase farm. Every single time you do a run, you're getting 2 drops of phase. Well, I think it's only 1 drop. I think one of the phases doesn't actually drop anything most times. He might have a percentage chance, but I've never got him to drop anything. The other guy always drops something. And as you can see here, look at this. This thing just absolutely melts. And it works great on the outer space, too. I don't know if I actually showed fire. Oh, here we go. We're going to show the outer space here with the whole thing we're doing here. So as you can see, first of all, outer space does way more damage because it's an SMG against spaces, right? That's kind of like the key thing as having the proper weapon. So we just did a quick strike, and we're going to redo it here, I think, right here, because I don't know if that was a quick strike. Because it says after drawing weapon, and I think there's probably like a really quick time delay of it not triggering if you don't do it right. But as you can see, look at this damage here, guys. This is how you take care of the phase ghouls here. Super, super easily. You just nuke the absolute crap out of them. And look, we have a little more ammo there. Also, I should have came in here more prepared, and we'd actually go through and do the other boss, the main boss, as well as killing the drill guy. I wanted to see how fast this build can kill the drill guy, and I will be finding out after the end of this video. I'll be going into Theta and doing the normal boss on hard mode. We might even try pro mode. I want to see how fast, though, this gun can handle this build with this new melee weapon that gives you this 30% attack buff. I want to see how quickly we can kill the drill guy, because he's the main thing that makes the main boss for Theta annoying to me. Otherwise, I would be full farming Theta when I do Theta runs, because I still do Theta runs because it's a great way of getting weapon calibration prints, and it's also extra Stardust source, because I use a lot of Stardust source. I use a whole ton of it, so yeah. Also, as you can see, this build does absolutely amazing. Look at this. We're just melting through hard mode enemies super duper easily. Like they're paper right now. It's just absolutely amazing. We are going to be getting into the boss now. Now that the phases are dead, like I said, once you kill the phases, this is like playing normal mode with a good build. Like, it is not hard at all. It's just the phases that have made hard and pro mode, and I don't think that's what hard and pro mode should be about. That's why I don't like the phase system. It's just my own personal opinion, but since it is here, we'll play by the rules. We'll beat it, no problem. Especially with this melee weapon. I'm telling you guys, you really do need to go to the shop and purchase this weapon right now, or at least as soon as you get the 8K starchrom for it, because I don't really know if you're ever going to be able to do a wish summon for it to actually get the thing. I mean, I think you can get it luckily, but if you just go buy it, you're going to be getting that 30% attack buff just instantly. And we're going to be using it on the boss here too, so that we can absolutely melt this boss before we even have to worry about killing the other enemies or anything like that. Because that's the thing about this boss. If you take too long to kill it on hard or pro mode, certain enemies will spawn that create like a damage reduction to the boss to where it won't take near as much damage. Even if your build is full cranking out, the boss just has a massive damage reduction that's going on, and it's those little floating guys. But if you're able to defeat him fast enough, and here we go, quick swipe done, now we're just going to start blasting. Got through his little bubble thing there, his shield has already been gone. He's already melted down here, and now we're just going to finish him off here. Boom, thunderclap hit there, and time, it is done. No idea how many seconds that was, but I'm thinking it may have literally even been under 10-second clear, guys. That's how fast you can kill the enemies when you're using this thing. And as you can see, we did another quick swipe, and now we're going to play with just some normal enemies. Even these little floating guys, no problem. Wiped. And once again, we do the normal boss, but our weapons are absolutely terrible durability, and I'm sure my gear doesn't look any better. We should have prepared better for this, but at the same time, we already are at the 11-minute point in the video, so I do believe I am about to go ahead and get out of here. So go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're not already, and keep it beast mode.